to create, where the tales of our guest stories go back to the early years. This is where stories are created. And now, here's the host of your show, Cornell Bunting. Yes. It's a new year, 2023. We are in a season of winning. Your future look good. Man. Welcome. My name is Cornell Bunting. I'm the host of your show, Stories to Create Podcasts, right here at EHAS CLUB. I want to give shout out to all the listeners today. Hopefully you guys have started your New Year's right. You have done some things in the past that you don't want to carry with you into the new year. And listen, I encourage that, and I hope that you definitely hold yourself accountable, find yourself an accountable partner, and listen, this is the year. We need to do it. I want to tell you right now, and this was from a pastor that I stood in front of, that I hang out with at their church in Jamaica. And she said, the whole motto of their event, of their show, your future look good. And I'm telling you today, your future look good. I want you to take it, receive it, believe it, because it's going to be a beautiful year. And when I tell you, get ready, because a lot of stuff is coming. Listen, tune in, stay tuned. Tell your friends, all your neighbors, tune in to the show. Show is going to be epic. This year, we want to start the show off right. We want to start the foot off right in this episode. We're going to start it like this. And, for me, it's acknowledging the I am, the great I am. Who is I am? Well, if you don't know who is I am, I hope after you listen to this right here, you will understand who is I am. You're tuned in to EHAS Club right here. It's going down. Stories to Create podcast. Your host right here, Cornell Bunting. It's happening. It's beautiful. I'm telling you. Yes. I hope you like that one right there. I'm telling you guys, this is beautiful. We are in a new year. We're in a new season. It's happening. I'm telling you guys, I'm enjoying what's unfolding right now. And I believe that you put your mind to greatness. You put your mind to doing some beautiful things in this world. You put your mind to adding value to society in a positive way. I'm telling you, the universe is going to reward you. And listen, I'm telling you guys, I'm really excited about a lot of stuff that's coming. You know, we do live in a world where we do have to acknowledge that there's things going on that is not necessarily kind, you know, and you want to acknowledge that. You want to understand that, you know, there is a power out here that's very powerful as well. But one thing I know, and from my research, and this is just me, you know, not trying to convince you to look another way or turn another way, but I'm trying to tell you my truth because, you know, if you guys have been following my story, you know, I had died. I left this earth for a little bit, for 16 minutes, but it felt like an eternity. And there's a lot of stuff that I've seen. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I've encountered. And, you know, what I do know is that greater is in us. That is in he who is out here in this world trying to make you guys think that that's the powerfulness or whatever that is. No, I'm telling you guys, there's a spirit in you that is so powerful. All you got to do is tap into that spirit. And when you tap into that spirit, I'm telling you, you will move mountains. It's a beautiful thing. And I want you guys to understand the power of what that look like. The power of belief. The power of belief is so powerful. You approach anything believing it's going to happen. All you need for that to be 100% effective is faith. And if you don't know what faith is, or you don't know what faith means or understand what that is, I would love to break that down to you, and it's big, this is something that you got to understand, that there's certain things that are coming, there's certain things that you believe in, that you want to understand, that say, hey, I'm going to do this. This is what's going to happen. And, if there is ever a time or ever a moment where you're trying to understand, what does this even mean? How do I move forward understanding what all of this looks like? It's huge. And so in the New Testament, there is a book called Hebrews. And in Hebrews, there is a chapter. I think it's the 11th chapter. And in the 11th chapter, verse 6, it tells you about faith. It tells you what faith is. And all you got to do is tap into that to understand what that faith really means. And what verse 6 is saying, but without faith, it is impossible to please God. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Now understand that, what faith looks like. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. This is something you hope for. It's evidence of things that you have not seen, but you hope for them. So I want you to remember that. I want you to remember and understand what faith is. And once you understand what faith is, you're going to be effective. You're going to be so effective, it's going to be beautiful. When you understand that it's a substance of things hoped for, and understand it's evidence of things not seen, it's coming. It's coming. One of the things I got to tell you guys, everything that have come into existence in this world, it was a dream. It was someone had this dream, and they loved the dream so much, they believed in the dream. And because they believed in the dream, what they did now, they had hope. They had hope for what that was. And then all they needed to do now is to have what that would look like. What would that look like coming? What would a plan of action look like? And so they plan, they execute, and once you execute a plan, it is now in existence. And I'm telling you, because your belief system is getting there, you're getting powerful, it's a beautiful thing. You are now doing magnificent things in this world. Listen, it only gets better. It's a beautiful thing, and I got to tell you guys, man, I'm excited, and I'm excited for a lot of things that you are going to be doing this new year. When I tell you that, I cannot tell you enough how much I'm excited for what this new season is going to look like for you. And so with that, there is a piece for me that, I tap into, and I've discovered this earlier this year. And when I discovered it earlier this year, I couldn't do nothing but continue to listen to it, and this young man and his group did a great job with this piece. His name is Brandon. And when I tell you guys, when you understand, when you have lived your purpose, You have served your time. You have done what you've came here to do. And you go back, understand, you go back to dust. But this was done in such a beautiful way that it really was like letting you know graves into gardens, right? Like you can go back to the dust, and it's so beautiful that someone could go and plant something there and beautiful flowers can just blossom from there, like just happen, and boom, it's like you're saying, man, I would never thought that something like that beautiful would come from there. But when you think about it, like a lot of times when farmers or whoever are planting certain things and they need it to blossom, they need it to grow, what do? They use the poo. And that poo that everyone is like, so ew, that's the one that actually makes the plant grow and do what it's supposed to do. And so this right here just really just put a stamp on you understanding the beauty of who you are and what this looks like when you're done serving your purpose. So I hope you get this right here. I hope you understand this. I hope you enjoy this piece and understand you are destined for beautifulness, for greatness, and it's happening right here on Urban Extra Radio. My guys, and all these other platforms that is happening on right now. I'm telling you, right here at EHAS Club, it's going down like this. I searched the world, but it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise and treasures of fame are never enough. Then you came along and put me back together, and every desire is now satisfied. Telling you right now, I'm feeling it, people. Feeling it. I'm telling you, I'm hoping you are feeling this beautiful piece right here. It's going down right here. EHAS Club. Right here. Stories to Create podcast. Right here. Yes, you understand who's the only one that cares for you the way you're supposed to be cared for. I'm telling you right now, people, this is beautiful. And I'm telling you, you're starting out the year right. You're starting out the year doing what you're supposed to be doing. And then I'm telling you right now, there's certain things that you need to acknowledge, that you need to go after. Because the universe is waiting to reward you, waiting to grant all of what that look like to you. And I'm excited. I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited you have even taken the time out to be in this space right now, in my space right here, and what is happening. This year, we're doing quite a bit. We're going to be doing a lot of things with youths in a lot of different areas. We know that evil forces are under attack on these youths, on the young minds. They're trying to win them over to get them to do things that is not their purpose. And so, my goal and my organization goals set out this year is to help a lot of these minds, is to help a lot of these minds develop and get an understanding of who they are and how they can add value to society. And when you guys get a chance, go tap in to ehasinc.org. When you go on that website, click on the different pages, just to see what we're doing. There's still quite a bit that is unfolding. There's still quite a bit that is uploading, so you guys can really see what's really going on and what we're doing with these youths out there. We work with at-risk youths, and we know that they want to see that the generation before them loves them, want to put time into them and effort into them and help them understand the importance of who they are. And so EHAS, because you might be hearing me say EHAS and what is EHAS and why, Stories to Create podcast is hosted by EHAS Club. EHAS stands for Everyone Has a Story. And, this organization is a nonprofit 501c3 organization that, if you feel like you like what we're doing, check out our purpose, our vision, our guiding principles, all those different things. And if you like what you see, make a donation. We would be grateful for any donation, because everything we do with them, we don't charge the kids for what we do with them. We go on these projects, in hope that we have secured some type of funding that will help us to execute what we're doing through organizations. And while we try to reach certain departments or government, whatever, to grant us, because they have grant money that can take care of a lot of times, because we have other organizations that are going after the same thing, not necessarily doing the same thing, but they're going after the same funds. And sometimes the way they present it or present what they're doing, they get it over someone else that didn't quite present it in a convincing way. And so we try to find ways to make that possible. And so we also have online courses that youths can go online, they tap into them, they get a code and they go in and they learn something. They learn whether it's about assertiveness, self-confidence, maybe communication. We have quite a bit that we're going to be using or going into that they're going to definitely need to tap into. And so, we want to make sure that we're providing the resources, we're providing the information for them to tap into and what that looks like, And so, right now, as you guys are tapping with me, I want you guys to know how excited I am, how grateful I am for you guys even giving me the time and, tapping into what that look like. And so, this episode, as you can tell, is a little bit of me telling you guys what's about to unfold this year. Also letting you know your future look good. And I'm saying it in a way where you can hear that patois in it. When we say you, future, look good. And what I want you to know right now, it is very important for you to understand to not be a slave to fear. Because fear will really put you in a space where you don't want to embrace change. And embracing change is very good. Embracing change is very important. And who better to help you understand why you should not become slave to fear than my dude, Zach Williams. I don't think there's no one better. Yes. EHAS Club right here. Yes, it's only right. It's only right, and I got to tell you guys, for me, I was guilty of that. I was guilty of, fearing certain things. Fearing that, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna put out one of my book and it's not gonna become a bestseller, or I'm not gonna generate enough income from it to help feed my family. But over the course of time, over the course of doing a lot of what I've been doing, I've learned, that it's okay. It's okay if you had set an expectation and you didn't meet that expectation, because something else is happening as well. And that's one of the beauty about when you're delivering a message and you might feel that it's not reaching enough people. It doesn't matter if it reached a lot of people. What mattered is if it had reached that person that it was supposed to reach. Because everything you do is designed to help someone. If you notice this world that we live in, there's different paths. There's different paths of things that you can do. There's different things that people do in order to fulfill other people's need. A doctor is necessary. A plumber is necessary. Electrician is necessary. A mason is necessary. A person that even serves you your coffee at a coffee shop or wherever is necessary. Everyone is serving a specific purpose, and not everyone can do what could look easy to someone saying, you know what, I could do that. Not everyone could do it, or not everyone was meant to do it. And so it's so important that you acknowledge what your purpose is, what that looks like, and why you need to walk in that, because you're necessary. We're all unique in our own way, and we are here for a specific reason. I want you guys to know, and I tell a lot of the youths that I work with this, that until you understand that there is going to be something in this world that is going to come into existence, but it's not going to come into existence without you being a part of that. Until you understand that, you will understand how beautiful and serious it is for you to embrace your purpose, walk into your purpose, or what that look like. And when I can sit here and say to you guys, your future look good, I want you to take that and receive that and believe that and walk in that, and what that looks like, because this new year, this is what it's about. While there's challenges that come, and when some of those challenges come, you might feel discouraged, or you might feel like, you know what, I can't do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Listen to me right now. It's okay. It is okay. And you know what? Instead of me even talking more and trying to convince you on what that look like, why don't I have Torrin Wells help you understand just a tad little bit better, maybe a little bit more in wording than I am doing right now, or just in a way where maybe you can relate just a little bit more on what that looks like.
I've walked among the shadows, you wiped my tears away, and I felt the pain of heartbreak, and I've seen the brighter days, and I've prayed prayers to heaven from my lowest place, and I have held your blessings, God, you give and take away. No matter what I have, your grace is enough. No matter where I am, I'm standing in your love. On the mountains, I will bow my life to the one who set me there. In the valley, I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm standing on the mountain, I didn't
I want you guys to understand that you're not alone. And I know you guys are seeing where I'm getting at right there, because I believe in this higher power. I believe in God. And I want you guys to know that He is the God of the hills and also the God in those valleys, in the low places and whatever that look like. And all He wants you to do is call out to Him. Help me. Help me. Because it's very important that you understand the importance of you asking for help. Because when you ask for help, you get help. Sometimes who you reach out to for help might not help you, but just keep knocking. Keep asking, because someone is going to grant you that request. And for me, and I've continuously learned that in so many ways. I've reached out to people a lot of times to help me with, whether it's a financial pursuit of, wanting to bring something in existence, and, money. Everything takes money. It doesn't matter how you look at it. It's going to require money at some point. And so with that, you just have to understand it. And once you understand that and you seek it, it's going to come. I've gone to many places, seek things, seek knowledge. It's good when you've tried to strengthen your wisdom. It's good when you're wise in certain areas where you understand the importance, of information, because information is very valuable. Information will help you to be in the know, and I got to tell you guys, I've gotten the opportunities to travel to Africa a few times and, get a chance to embrace the culture, and just the many different ways of how their culture is and what that look like, and a lot would agree when I say the motherland, and some would be trying to figure out what does that even mean or look like. But when you experience something, it's different than when you're told about it or what that look like, or you trying to live what that look like through someone else's eyes. And what I got to say to that, it's good when you can embrace different culture, when you can go into different places just to understand what's that all about. It's more authentic when someone can talk about a struggle or something that you need to recover from or fix, when you have lived that journey, when you have gone through that, because now you can tell it, and you can tell it in a way where only you can tell it because you've lived it. For me, I can talk to people that have find themselves in bad situations, that have find themselves on the wrong side of the law, that have find themselves behind bars trying to figure out when they'll get out. But what I tell you is, once you figure out what that looks like, once you figure out your purpose and how to walk in your purpose, I'm telling you, you are unstoppable. And I gotta say, going into this space, in Africa, just to experience a little bit of what this is, man. Listen, I fell in love. And it's only right now that I have my dude, Tim Godfrey and Travis Green, Just light up the EHAS Club right now and embrace what this looks like. If you've never heard Naira before, you're about to experience it right here on EHAS Club.
Please, everybody, stand and help me welcome Travis Green, everybody. You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. If I had 10,000 tongues, it still wouldn't be enough. Not what I really, when you help completely. She pulled my rope and more. You see, can you love? We feel what shall I render to Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. Come on, everybody. What shall I render to Jehovah? Hey! For he has done so very much for me. Nara, what shall I render to Jehovah? For he has done. What shall I render to Jehovah? Lift your hands.
yes. And you guys hear it. I am grateful. And I hope that you guys are grateful for you have made it thus far. You have made it into the new year. And I'm telling you, identify what your purpose is. Walk into it. Speak your truth. Understand the importance of you speaking your truth and showing that. It's a beautiful thing, And, I got to tell you guys, man, it was really great talking to you guys today and helping you guys understand that your future look good. And I got to say, listen, I appreciate you guys stopping into the EHAS Club, enjoying what this show had to offer today. And what I want to say to you guys right now, as we get ready to close out the show, it was a pleasure. It was a joy vibing with you guys today, speaking with you guys, and I want you guys to take away from this show. If you've taken away nothing from this show today, I want you to take away the importance of you understanding that your future look good. And what I want to do, closing out the show, and I want you guys to continue coming back. Tell your friends about the Stories to Create podcast. Check us out right here, whatever platform you're on, checking us out. One of my big bad platforms, my family, them boys in London, Urban Extra Radio, man. Listen, I got to shout you guys out. And everywhere else that you guys are listening to the Stories to Create podcast, whether it's in one of those apps that you have, we want you to know we are grateful for you. And we're hoping that this year you identify your purpose and you walk into your purpose. And so with that, I want to close the show with this beautiful voice, this beautiful lady right here. And when I tell you, her voice is beautiful, people. Her name is Lauren Daigle. And all she got to do is say, thank you for tuning in to EHAS Club. And I'll see you next time. Right here, Stories to Create podcast. Walk good. And remember, your future look good.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God. You have every day.